Hello and welcome to Chart of the Day Cafe for Tuesday, October 24th, 2017. Just want to read our disclaimer quickly. Trading stocks is a high level of risk and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice. Not making any recommendations, always for your further homework. Good morning, Sue here with Chart of the Day Cafe video number 291. I've been putting these videos out every Tuesday and Thursday morning since September of 2014. It's just me sharing my homework. I love looking at charts and I just want to share my insights with you and hopefully you get some value out of them as well. So with that, let's get into today's video. If you're a regular viewer, then you well know I always start these videos off with a look at the Russell Index. I use the Russell as my simple proxy for the markets overall. I want to make sure that before I put any new name forward for my watch list, I'm putting it forward in a rising market environment, and for that I use the Russell. I just really want to keep these videos short, and so I pick one index, and the index I choose is the Russell. I deem it to be probably the most rate sensitive. So with that, let's get into the chart. I always step back to take a look at the 5-year monthly. We're looking at the IWM, which is the ETF for the Russell 2000. And we've been keeping an eye on this wedge pattern that the Russell has been in since the beginning of the year. So as a reminder, these are the monthly candles. This is long-term support down here, this blue line. Orange is medium, and this purple line is short-term support, as well as this black diagonal line. So monthly candles, you can see how the Russell's been contained within this wedge pattern, but the candle for the month of September was a bullish candle thrusting us up and over our black diagonal line. So now I'm going to zoom it into this area here so we can better see. I'm going to move it away from the 5-year monthly to the 2-year weekly. And here's the same orange line, blue line, purple line. You can see how price on the Russell in these weekly candles has been coiled and now up and over our black diagonal line, and now trading in a little bit of a micro wedge up here. We drew this black line in several videos ago to use as our guide. So I'm going to zoom into this area here. So I'm going to move it away from the weekly to the 6-month daily. And here's the trend line that we drew in and said, hey, when the Russell, it's moved up and over our blue 8-day EMA, which we like. We use the blue line as our guide. But it's been consolidating in this pattern for a lot. These are all daily candles. So a good couple of weeks. It tried to break out. It came back in to retest. We're going to get a healthy open this morning. Caterpillar announced positive results, pushing the Dow futures up. Last time I looked, it was over 100 points. So we're going to move, open up and over our black diagonal line. I want to see how the day resolves itself. Will we get a nice bullish candle lifting us up and over this area, or will it fade like it did yesterday? We will see. But with price on the Russell trading below our blue 8-day EMA, which we use as our guide, I'm not going to add any new names to our watch list, but I want to flag 2 interesting looking charts for you that, should the market continue to go higher in the next couple of days, might be worth a look. And so the first of those old Chart of the Day Cafe picks is NTES, ticker symbol NTES. We're looking at the 5-year monthly chart. I put NTES forward as my featured video back here in early 2015. These green circles indicate areas where I was flagging it as a Chart of the Day Cafe pick, full of value and growth. It had a nice run up from there. I reiterated it here. It had a little lift from there, and then it came in and it formed this wedge pattern. Reiterated it here, and boy, has it ever taken off since. So NTES is looking interesting to me in this area here as well. So I'm going to put a little green circle and flag NTES for you in this area here. I'm going to move it away from the monthly to the 6-month daily. So you can see it's been kind of consolidating a little bit, bouncing around. A lot of tech earnings are coming out this week. Should they be positive, I wouldn't be too surprised to see NTES move up and over our blue 8-day EMA and start its run higher. And that's just possibly, I don't know. It's all about what the market wants to do. but I know they don't announce earnings, it looks like, until November 8th. I checked the scores on NTES this morning. Still really nice high value score, a forecasted earnings growth rate of 20%, and a current dividend yield of 1.35%. Also going to include with today's video this article. It's a Forbes article, Berkshire Hathaway and 6 other piggyback stocks to profit from. It mentions NetEase. NetEase has had revenue growth in the area of 33% a year for the past decade, and it looks as though those earnings may be accelerating. So NetEase still a great pick, up and over the blue. Love that chart. The second one is a newer one from this year, and that is ABBV. It's a biopharmaceutical company. It was a chart of the day Café pick. Let's see, green circle here when it was $63. We're looking at the 2-year weekly chart for this one. As you can see, it just took off, and it's had a beautiful run. Volume's picking up. This is the weekly chart. Had a nice week last week. Looks to be kind of settling in here, but check the scores on this one this morning. Let me run through them. Still a beautiful high value score. Forecasted earnings growth rate of 15% and a current dividend yield of 2.71%. Going to move it away from the weekly to the 6-month daily chart. So prices come in a little bit. It's up and over our blue. I would be looking for, in a strong market environment, for this to start turning around and heading higher. Again, I do not know. I'm just saying, should the market environment stay strong with those scores, this company is a terrific one. Looks like they're announcing earnings this week, October 27th, so you want to be aware of that. I'm going to include this. It's had a recent upgrade. If you look at FinViz, it's got a recent upgrade, ABBV, and I flagged an article for you here, 3 top stocks that billionaires love. It talks about Amazon, Oracle, and ABBV. So those are the past chart of the day Café picks that I wanted to highlight for you here. Have a great week ahead, and I will put my next video out on Thursday.